Everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shiradal Baruch Hashem. I wish everyone a Shvuah Tov and a good Vach, all of our listeners, and hope everyone had a wonderful Shabbos. It really was a beautiful Shabbos. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Unbelievable. And so we always learn for the well-being of the Chayalim and the Chatufim and the Pitzuim and the Kodesh Baruch Hu showed them all a lot of mercy and bring all the soldiers and the captives home and heal all of the sick and all of Klal Yisrael. We need Yeshuas, and this is the week of Yeshuas, right? So a week of Hanukkah. So Mitzvah Hashem, we'll see big Yeshuas.
And all the Arabs should go home too.
Amen. Yeah, they should go home. Yeah. But no one wants them. That's the problem. Oh, where are they going to go?
Syria.
Put them into the, march them into the sea. Okay.
Syria.
Yeah. Okay. Halachos Kriyas HaTorah. We're learning in the Likutey Halachos Baruch Hashem. We're in Halacha Vav, and today we're up to letter Chav, 20. All right. So we learned this nice concept, Erev Shabbos. We learned this idea of why HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when Moshe Rabbeinu was discussing with Hashem, he should take the role of the leader of Klal Yisrael or not. So after that, the whole week's discussion, he asked HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so what should we call you? And Hashem says, Ekya Asher Ekya, and then he uses the name Ekya one more time. So the question was, what was that all about? And this is based really, it's an amazing lesson in Likutey Moran. It's lesson Vav, right in the first book, right, and it's Karayas Yeshua, and the Rebbe talks about the idea of tshuva ala tshuva, right? You do tshuva, right? The first time you do tshuva, you didn't really understand what you're doing tshuva for. You didn't really understand. And then as you go along, you realize, wait a second, what I did was really pretty serious. And I didn't realize that. I didn't realize how serious it was. I did tshuva. Did I have to do tshuva on the way I did my tshuva the first time? Right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. He's going to continue this now, why it was the third time, and he's going to tie it into Halachos Kriyas HaTorah. That's fascinating. Rav Nassan does these things. All right, here we go. Ekya Hashlishi, third time. Shamaloi oid koi soima ekya shalachani alecha. It was Ekya that sent me to you. Okay, very good. Kiyim tidat kedek b'divrei HaTorah. If you're going to be very careful of what the Torah was saying, Kirayas Yeshua and Rabbi Nachman's lesson, which is like we said, lesson number 6. Tira shemedaber sham bichlal mishleish minei tshuvas. It's talking over there about this idea of 3 levels of tshuva, right? 3 levels of tshuva, where a person does tshuva on the tshuva, and then he does tshuva on that, right? He's trying to reach a perfection in tshuva. Try to reach a perfection. Ki chila mivoy sham shatshuva hu bechinas ekya. Ano zamin lemavik. Okay, I'm prepared to be somebody new. The first time the person does tshuva, right? This first line of defense, right? First of tshuva is, I'm ready to be somebody new. I don't know what that necessarily means, right? But I want to be somebody new. I want to come back to you, Hashem. I want tshuva. And then he says, now you have to do tshuva on the tshuva, like we explained, right? Right. In other words, the person did tshuva, he didn't realize the severity of the sin that he did before, and then the way he said he's sorry for that very severe sin, right? So then he has to now do tshuva on that tshuva. That's the way I apologize to you, Hashem. Really, right? This is how I apologize. I didn't even realize what I did. Right? I didn't realize what I did. Even that first time. But we say that like we learned in Hilchos Tachlin, right? The person said, Chatasi avisi, right? I sinned. Gam ze ef shaloimer beli pniya. I can't say that without any pniya, like
motivation.
No, not motivation. No. Pniya was that without any dross, without any. It's not pure. It's not pure. Beli pniya, right? Yes. How would you translate the word pniya?
This is ulterior motivation.
Ulterior motivation? You like that? Yeah? There's an ulterior... Why would you say ulterior motivation?
Because that's what they wrote here.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense. No. Well, no, because you're doing tshuva. So the person's doing tshuva. No, I understand, but what? So what? No. One second. No. In other words, if you say it's without an ulterior motive, that means his tshuva wasn't good at all together. He had an ulterior motive for the tshuva. Here he did tshuva. I don't think that's accurate. I'm sorry.
It's not sincere. It's not.
Since there's but there's something. No, there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with it. It's not pure. Pniya is not pure. It's not pure. It's not a pure tshuva. What? Tainted. There's something. It's not pure.
It's like turn away, right? Pniya is turn.
Yeah. The ponei to turn. It's I'm doing my tshuva, but I'm not because again I don't understand it. I don't understand what I did.
So then, is it tshuva?
It is true. It is tshuva, but again, he's saying I'm sorry, right? I'm saying I'm sorry, but I don't realize what I said I'm sorry for. I don't realize what I did. Do you follow? You don't understand.
I don't. Well, usually say tshuva when you do realize what you did. I thought.
No. Okay. No. There's the first level is you say I'm sorry. I know I did something wrong, but then you study about what you did wrong, and you see I really did something bad. It was really bad. I didn't understand it. I don't understand why they're saying ulterior motive. The ulterior motive means I'm not doing tshuva for the sake of tshuva. I have my own motive for doing it.
Yeah.
What would an ulterior motive mean? I don't think that's correct. That's not accurate.
The classic example for this they normally give is like taking over Savta, through the whatever kvish and just making sure that somebody sees that I'm doing it.
When you do what? Say it again.
Like if I'm doing something good,
Yeah.
and like some mitzvah, and I'm also making sure that someone
sees.
That's a pniya. That's a pniya. Yeah. That's a pniya. Okay. But no.
I can understand.
No. But that's not tshuva. No, but that's not tshuva. Here we're talking about you and Hashem. Hashem always sees what you're doing. Now your example is you're trying to impress somebody else. You want someone to know that you did this.
Not even impressed, but just making sure, I did this, but
at least someone recognized it. But Hashem recognized it anyway.
In a way that they shouldn't know that you even know that they're looking.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know anyone was looking.
But we do want people to look at us.
Oh no, I'm not.
We want to be a role model.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
If someone sees us,
motivations of people.
Right.
if someone sees us doing something, that's a good
Let me
thing.
believe pniya without any. It's not exactly pure. Nimches tzarich lasesh tshuva ala tshuva. So you have to do tshuva on that tshuva because it wasn't pure. You didn't do it in a pure way. Even if you did tshuva shlema, again, the fact that I did the thing wrong, so I'll do another tshuva on that again. As you keep going, there's unlimited levels of tshuva. You always have to return on my original hasaga I had of you of Hashem. Hashem, I thought that, you run the world, but I didn't realize you were running my business too. I didn't realize we were partners in business here. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. I know you run the things in general, but I didn't realize you were part of and then I had this health issue. I was relying on the doctor, but I didn't realize, Hashem, that, you're really guiding the doctor of sort. I didn't know you were involved. You understand? I didn't understand. I didn't understand originally, okay? Hasaga Rishayna. Shezel bechinas Shabbos bechinas olam haba ayin sham heitev. Because the whole idea of Shabbos is, it's a beautiful understanding where the Rebbe explains it over there. Shabbos is the time you feel closest to Hashem. right? You feel closest to Hashem. You rely on Hashem for everything, right? We don't do any malachos, right? We prepared our food, we have our food to eat. If we put on the plot, we have the plot. If we didn't put on the plot and we didn't put the cholent, then we didn't turn on the crock, it's not going to work. You don't have what to eat, right? But Shabbos is when you prepare. When you prepare, you feel that closeness to Hashem. You can, right? The more you prepare for Shabbos, the closer you feel to Hashem, right? Can we all agree with that? Right? The more you put in to your Shabbos, right? The more you put into it, the closer relationship you have with Hashem on Shabbos. All right? Nimsa, shebederech klal maskir kan sholosh tshuva. So in general, we have 3 levels of tshuva. 3 levels. I first do tshuva, but that has a pni in it. It has some impurity in there. So I do tshuva on the tshuva. And then I do one more tshuva on top of that because I did my first tshuva incorrectly.
All right, but I'm done after that.
No, it goes further. It goes further.
We never
No,
get
Yossi. That's why. That's why we were discussing this in Hilchos. The question was, let's go back. Let's go. What was the question? There was a machlokes in Masechta Megillah between Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Yehuda says we go on and we don't count what we learned. What we read in the Torah, we continue to read it again. We repeat it, right? So no, Shabbos by Mincha, we read Miketz. We started Miketz. Tomorrow, Mitzvah Hashem, we'll read Miketz again. Thursday, we'll read Miketz. Right? That's how we. And then Shabbos by day, we start again from the beginning. We don't pick up where we are. Rabbi Meir says, no, you keep going on. Keep going on. Right? Rabbi Yehuda says, no. So now we're saying why do you constantly repeat it? Why are we repeating it? Sets of three sets. Right? 3 sets. And then Shabbos is the 4th one. Right? That's what we're getting to, okay? So that's what we did. The whole idea of tshuva is again to come back, and we're always trying to get closer to Hashem. We're always trying to get closer to Hashem. Okay, Nimsa. Shebederech klal, maskir kan shalish tshuva, t'hainu tshuva rishayna, v'achar kach ma shetzorech lasash tshuva ala tshuva, machma shetzhuva rishayna lo yoysa adayim b'shleimus. Right? So that's how I did tshuva originally. Come on, I realized how silly I was. I realized how silly it was that I did tshuva. You want to say something, Sasha?
Yeah, I've seen this before explained. I think in Torah he was explaining that once he's done tshuva, so it brings him on a higher level, and from that higher level, his previous tshuva looks like nothing.
Exactly.
So he does it again, and then that was tshuva. Do it again.
Exactly.
Because
Perfect.
Every time you step up. And then from
you have a better hasaga,
hasaga,
you have a bigger hasaga, and you realize how silly that was.
This is gushmas, and then there you go back again and again and again.
I felt that in some ways at times, yeah.
Now you got it. Yes, you agree with that, or you don't agree?
Yeah.
Shalom, you okay with that? Does it make sense? Yeah, okay.
And I guess the other way it works if you're doing a Aveirot and you're a Rasha, so your first Aveirot, it's not that big a deal. Let me do tshuva, let me do an Aveira al Aveira. Like that wasn't such a big deal.
Oh, I'll do a bigger one now.
Yeah. It's how it starts. That's how it goes. And it wasn't such a big deal. That's really okay. And then you do another one. Then you look back and you become an even greater Rasha.
That Aveira that I did was like just
that's what I was such a bad guy.
So you understand it. Oh, so you understand it in that level. Oh, in that level. Okay. All right, however it works. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, Karoyo. That's the idea of the second tshuva. All right, that had that because the first one had the pniya in it. It had that impurity in there because again of his not understanding. Not necessarily it's an impurity. He didn't understand. Right, like Sasha explained it. Right, I didn't understand it. That's how I said I'm sorry, and this is what I did. I mean, a good example for that is a guy is working. A guy works for a company, right? And he's in the elevator. All right, he's in the elevator, and he has his coffee. Right, he has his coffee. Picked up his coffee, and he tripped and he spilled the coffee on the guy next to him. So he says, "I'm sorry." I'm sorry. I mean, I got it all over his shirt, and I got this cold coffee. I'm sorry. Then he goes up to the office, and he's telling someone, what happened. They say, that was the boss. That was the boss.
And he was
So
applying
he
for a
goes
job
running
with that
into
company.
the office. He goes running into the office. He didn't know. He goes running into his office. He said, "I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you were the boss. I didn't realize." So that's the idea like that. You say you're sorry the first time. I didn't realize you Hashem. Yeah.
Just because you test Kislev and all these spots.
Yeah.
I heard an incredible story. A guy said that he went to go give a petek, a note, to the Rebbe. The Rebbe was in his office, and he decided he was just going to slide it under his door.
Yeah, famous story.
Famous story. So, just give you an idea of the tzaddikim. So he slides the note under the door and tries to kind of run away, but all of a sudden
It was late at night. You didn't forget to say it was late at night.
Very late at night.
Very late at night.
Yeah.
Let's get the story right, Yossi.
And so getting away with it.
And then the Rebbe opened the
The
door.
Rebbe opens the door and he
goes, "Wow!"
and picks up the thing, and the guy, he's like, he was like terror. He was
And he ran away.
He ran away in terrible embarrassment. He wrote a letter to the Rebbe.
And the Rebbe wrote him back a letter.
How embarrassed I am. Rebbe writes him back a letter saying, "My whole tafkid in life
is to pick up your letter.
Is to pick up your letter and to
Pick up
raise it
Jews.
to
Pick up Jews.
That's my whole tafkid in life."
That's right. That's right. See that?
The Rebbe said that.
The Rebbe said that. The Rebbe said that. Yeah. Well, the Rebbe took care of all Jews. He knew about all Jews all around the world. There's so many stories. It's unbelievable. Really, it's really unbelievable. B'chinas tshuva shniya. Af al pi sheyesh b'zeh alofim rivos madregos. Oh, Yossi. Look at that, what it says here. Af al pi sheyesh by alofim v'rivos. What does rivos mean? Myriads, right? Myriads.
Mirrors?
Myriads.
Mirrors. What's in mirrors?
Yeah, madregos bebechinas shetzarach b'chol pam lahaskil loshav ala tshuva rishayna shaloi ha'isa karayu, and that's pretty much what it is. That's how it works. So you have to constantly go back. We're always saying we're sorry, right? Every day we're saying we're sorry. We can practice this when we say Shmon Esrei too. Slach lana v'inu ki chatanu. Hashem, wow, I realized yesterday what I did, and I didn't realize. Now I realize how terrible it was. I'm so sorry, Hashem. I'm sorry on the way I said I'm sorry yesterday. Right? We could do this. We could do that, right? Aval kol zeh nichla b'shtei hatshuvas. This is all still within the first realm of two, where again the first time he said he's sorry, that had a penny in it. The second time he said, "Oh, I didn't realize it was you, Hashem." But then the third time he says, "Wow, I didn't realize how great you are, Hashem." I didn't realize how great you are, Hashem. The first one is coming closer to Hashem. He's coming closer. Es atzmai b'chol pam ve'einem meniach es atzmai lipol u'maschil b'chol pam mechodesh zeh b'atzmai b'chinas baki b'rotzei baki b'shav. That's the idea that we learned many times of being. The Rebbe says you have to be a baki b'rotzei baki b'shav. What does that mean? That you have to know how to come back to Hashem, be with Hashem in whatever level you're at. Whether you're in a low level, you have to know how to be with Hashem. And if you're in a feeling you're in a high level, you have to also know how to feel with Hashem. Right? Baki b'rotzei, baki b'shav. When if I feel like I'm coming back to Hashem, or I feel like I'm away from Hashem, either way, I have to know. I learn how to deal with Hashem.
Almost in the same way. Almost in the same way.
Yeah.
Ideally in the same way. Like as if, obviously, when I'm on a high level and I'm with you and you're
But then when I'm on a high level, I realize how far away I am from you, Hashem. Yeah. I realize how far I'm on this high level, but I'm still within creation, and Hashem, you're higher than creation, and I can't really get close to you. But then when the person on the low level, he realizes how Hashem is there also. Again, the Maimah Bereshis, right? The Maimah Sosam.
Yeah.
Right? I'm with you, Hashem, in this place.
Meaning I'm almost closer to you, Hashem. I'm closer.
Kind of. When the person's on a lower level, he's closer to Hashem.
Yeah.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to realize you can never go too. You can't get too close to Hashem because then you get it's impossible, right? We can get close to Hashem, but we can't get to the essence of Hashem. Right? Okay, v'ayim b'divrenu b'zeh b'mokei ma'acher b'chol zehu b'chinas tshuva shniya. This is all about the idea of the tshuva, of the second level of tshuva, recognizing that there's Hashem, recognizing that. Right? Recognizing that what I did was I did something that wasn't that I did something really wrong, and I wasn't happy with the way I said I'm sorry, how I apologized. Avo. But now, when you came to the third level, right, you recognize as Hashem, He's really controlling everything, He's really in charge, and I realize that I can have a relationship with Hashem, and He cares about every little thing that I do, right? All right? But taklis hashlemus belishum pniya. I have no, yes?
It's okay. I'm going to see if I can explain my thought here. I thought I was a good Jew. I thought I was getting better. But then I realized I really wasn't a very good Jew. Not because I didn't aveira necessarily, or I do aveiras, but I don't know that I did aveiras because I didn't know that was the law. Because like when I compare then versus now, I am really being a better Jew than I've ever been. And yet, I have more, I'll never be as good as I possibly can. So do I do an aveira because I'm better now than I was then because I wasn't doing everything I could have, even though I didn't know that I could have done it?
No. As you learn, you realize that's a good point that you bring, right? Because before a person learns, and the Rebbe says you have to learn halacha every day, because if you learn halacha every day, you know what you can do, right? The Yetzer Hara likes to bring in suffix, right? He likes always that we have a suffix in our mind, right? Yeah. We learned that Amalek suffix, right? Amalek same gematria suffix, right? He likes to have doubt, that we should have doubt. Did I do this right? I did it not. Did I do it not? I don't even know if I'm doing things right, so why should I bother doing them at all? So the Rebbe says the best thing is if you study halacha, you know what you're doing. So you don't have to always be in a quandary. Am I doing it right? Am I not doing it right? I know what to do. Yeah. I have to learn.
Practical, it's learning halacha.
Learn halacha. So that's the greatest defense against the Yetzer Hara, because the Amalek is trying to make us have suffix, always doubt in our minds. So if you learn halacha, that's why we started learning some halacha every day, right? Anyway,
well,
okay.
If I take now that I know it's halacha to take my rosh tefillin off with my left hand, and I do it with my right hand, is that an avera?
You're not following the halacha.
Yeah.
Is it an avera? I don't know if it's an avera. If you can't, if you feel you're going to take it off with your left hand, you're going to drop it, so then don't. It depends on the individual.
No, I was in midstream actually this morning. No, not that one, this one.
Right.
Until yesterday, until Friday, I didn't know that you're supposed to take off your right hand. I didn't know that.
You do what? You take it off with your right hand?
No, I didn't know that you're supposed to take it off with your right hand.
You're supposed to take it with your left hand. You fill in the rosh with your left hand.
The left hand, left hand. I was left hand, right, left hand. So I was taking off with my right hand. Years, a few years.
Okay.
I missed it a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
So, now, I have to remember.
Yeah.
I don't know what to remember. This morning, Mordechai said to me,
Count on Mordechai, he's watching.
Okay, that's it. Left hand. There you go. Okay. But that's what it's all about. Learning the halakha so you know what to do.
Yeah, Mordechai gave you a left-handed comment.
Oh my goodness. Okay, listen. These are all fine points. Okay, and again, we want to do things the right way. That's all. You feel better when you're following the rules, right?
So what is an avera? What's an example of an avera?
What's the
Every guy's
anything that you do against Hashem's will is an avera, right? A real avera would be not putting on your tefillin at all, chas v'shalom. Right? That would be a real avera.
But doesn't he want me?
But we learned. But we learned. Wait. Hold on a second. But we learned that let's say the person put his hand in the bag and he took out the shell roach first. So then he's supposed to put on the shel rosh, and not supposed to put it away. But it says v'hayu l'taytafos beinenecha. He's supposed to have v'hayu. So it's right. It's supposed to be. You have to be plural. Plural. It has to be plural. Oh, but I'm supposed to have the yad on first. Okay, but in this case, Hashem told me, He had me put my hand in, take out, see what am I going to do? Right? We find ourselves in situations that Hashem is testing us. Am I going to get bent out of shape now because I did this? No. Hashem, you had me do this. It's okay, and I'll learn what do I do in this situation.
It's funny you use that example because that's what happened to me this morning.
What?
I took out the head, the roast Tefillin first.
Okay.
I didn't put it on first. So now I will remember.
No. The reason why you put it on first because you don't want to pass over a mitzvah, right?
Right.
Today we're going to be learning about when you put the tefillin back in the bag, you put them in the way so you know which one is which, so you know you take them out the right way. Okay, but
It's very relative. It's very relative to individual. And then the Gemara discusses that, right? So for one, it would be like you're walking 4 hours without a kippah.
Yeah.
For the other one, this is not even a thing. Like
that's true.
If he's not Shem Shabbos, like walking for that without kippah for him is like nothing. No one's gonna ask him about it.
Okay, so does anybody in their home sleep in a place where there are only, 4 amot to wash your hands?
So according to Rav Moshe Feinstein, your house is your daled amas.
Okay.
That's considered your daled amas, even if you have a big house. That's still considered your daled amas. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
No, but I got to by my bed, I spilled it.
Oh, okay, but we're here. Let's go. Afal pi chein hu oisa tshuva ala tshuva dahainu al hasagosay rishoina k'meishim b'vayisham v'zeh inyan acher legamri v'zeh bechinas tshuva shlishis. Right, the third level of tshuva is something totally different. It's so refined. The first one is a coarse tshuva. The second one is a little bit refined. It's getting a little better. The third one is very refined, right?
So what's the time space? What's the space of time between doing Teshuva 3 times?
It could be within 5 minutes.
It could be, but it could be longer.
It could take years. Yeah, we said Reuven. It took Reuven 9 years to realize that he had to do tshuva. 9 years. Come on, 9 years. Right? Unbelievable, right? But v'chol tshuva v'tshuva anechlolim b'sholosh tshuvas kenalhu b'chinas ekya, and all of them are part of this idea of ekya. Why did Hashem use this? It doesn't seem to make sense. Ekya, asha ekya. What is this? Because that Kadosh Baruch Hu was teaching it. Because Moshe Rabbeinu was saying, "Hey, I know I don't want this job because the Jews are going to make mistakes. I realize that they're going to make mistakes. So why do I want to be their leader?" It's not going to work anyway. I can't bring them into Israel. It's not going to work. So Hashem is saying, no, tell them my name is Ekya. They could do tshuva. And then Ekya, they could do tshuva on that tshuva. And Ekya, they could do tshuva on that tshuva to be really, really refined. Got it? Okay. Now, Ona zamin lahevi, right? Shetzorach lahaskel lahachid. Es atzmei b'chol pam mechodesh. I have to prepare myself always. Mechodesh. Every day I'm new. I have to work on things in a new way. And today I may understand Hashem better than I did yesterday. So therefore I say, Hashem, I'm sorry for the way I understood you yesterday. Right? That's how it works. V'zeh b'chinas sholosh pam ekya shegila Hashem yisbarach l'Moshe oz gila loy sheyoylid es Yisrael b'derech zeh. Right? Sheyoylid es Yisrael b'derech zeh. You have to what's a good word? You cannot conduct. You rule the people in such a way, right? Moshe Rabbeinu was the melech, right? So you have to rule them in such a way. Sheyaschilu b'chol pamei chodesh. Always start again. Always have that freshness, that newness, that vigor. Vafilu im ein yachoylin laseis klum migodelis gabras hagolus beguf and nefesh parnasa. Even the person feels he's so down and out. I guess you could say, right? He's so down and out. He has health issues. He has parnasa issues. He has family, whatever he has. Afal pichein yaschilu b'chol pam lahachin lazamin es atzmam, just whatever level you're at. It can only get better, the situation, if you get closer to Hashem. Whatever problem the person's dealing with, if he realizes he can get closer to Hashem, that's his ticket to, that's his solution. The bechinas ekya ona zamin lemeheve v'ayedei derech zeh bevada yoitzi oisa mizumosam mutumosam shezeh ikra agolus v'yikarev oisam l'shmei yisbarach, and that's how we can get closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu all the time. Okay, we understand that, right? It's a very beautiful lesson to understand how you're constantly on that path to come closer to Hashem, right? And you can't do that. Always realizing I have to start again. And then that's why we're in Hilchos Kriyas HaTorah. That's why we constantly start again when we read that section of the Torah again 3 times, and then on Shabbos we start again, because I have to constantly start again. Start anew. You understand? Right? It's a very beautiful idea, right?
Does it also include, I mean, I could start a new, like coming in here, I'm a new person coming in here and learning.
Yes.
I go home and be excited about seeing my
Yes.
wife or my friend. It's like everything.
You didn't see your wife today yet, so this is new. Right?
Yeah.
So it's new. You can look at this and use this for every aspect of life to have more excitement in what you're doing, what you're normally doing, no matter what you're going through. Okay, let's see if we can finish. I don't know if we can. Okay, take of achar kach gila loy miyad ikra Hashem hakodesh. Therefore HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to me, now I'm going to tell you my main name. Shehu Shem Havaya Baruch Hu. Right? So notice you need to know Ekya Asher Ekya. But now I'm going to tell you also my name, Yud Kei Vav Kei. K'may shekosav shemayoyim lo yalikim. Oid koi soimar Hashem Elekei avaseichem shalachani aleichem. Oh, it was the Yud Kei Vav Kei. Oh, Ekya Asher Ekya. But also was the Yud Kei Vav Kei sent me, which is the God of their forefathers. Ki zeh yadua shekol ha'teva mitzvos shebehem tuliyim kol ha'olamas. All the worlds, everything in creation is dependent on the Torah. Right? I said that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is stakel by Raisul Bari Olam, right? Hashem looked in the Torah, He made the world. Everything in the world is dependent on the Torah. Right? Kulam kilulim b'shem Havaya. They're all included in the Shem Havaya. Yud Kei Vav Kei Baruch Hu. V'ikar v'shovish kol Hashemas kulam. And that's the shovish of all the Shemas of Hashem are included in the Yud Kei Vav Kei. B'al keim b'chol ha'brachos v'hidois b'chol ha'tfilos b'chol ha'mitzvos anu mechavnin ha'ikar l'shem zeh. Right? Every time we make a bracha, we say Baruch Atah Hashem. Yud Kei Vav Kei. Right? That's any time we're doing a mitzvah, we're doing a bracha, we're saying a bracha, we're davening. Do you realize how many times you say Hashem's name in chakras? Hundreds of times. No, really. Yeah. No, it's really it's amazing. Right? It's really amazing how many times we say Hashem's name. Are we mechavin to Hashem's name even one time that we're saying it, right? According to the Vilna Gaon, according to many poskim, if you don't have the right kavanah, we're saying Shema, or the first bracha of Shmon Esrei, you didn't accomplish anything, right? You have to have the right idea. What's the basic, according to the Gra, the basic kavanah you're supposed to have when you say Yud Kei Vav Kei is Adoin Hakol, right? Like we say Adnos, right? Adnos is Adoin Hakol, right? But really Yud Kei Vav Kei is Haya Veviyah, right? So really, according to most poskim, I mean, I'd say most that I've seen, it's you're supposed to have 2 kavanas when you say Hashem's name. Adoin Hakol and Haya Veviyah. Right? That's what you're supposed to think when you say Hashem's name. Now, if you did that every time you made a bracha, and every time you said it went through Hodu, just Hodu Hashem, Adoin Hakol, Haya Veviyah. Okay, right? Key type Kiliyah Chazer. Right? In other words, if you stop and think about it, it's amazing, right?
We never finish.
You'd finish. You know, you could do it. No, you could do it. You could do it pretty quick. You get used to it. I'm telling you. You can get used to it, but you have to just be more conditioned to what you're doing, right? Focused, yeah, maybe focused, yeah. The chola tikunim shenasim b'chol olam. It's all the tikunim that happen in all the world. All the tikunim, ayedei kol Torah mitzvahs, through Torah mitzvos, v'chein lehepech chas v'sholem kol hapigamim shepoigmim, ayedei kol aveira oy bittul mitzvah, and all of the problems that we create in the world by doing an aveira or mevatel a mitzvah. But bittul. You have a mitzvah to put on tefillin, and the person didn't put on tefillin today. He didn't put them on. Right?
It gets erased.
What?
Not that it gets erased.
No, but he was mevatel a mitzvah.
He didn't do a mitzvah.
Right? There was a mitzvah to do, and he didn't do it. Right? Came Kriya Shema in the morning. The guy decided he's going to get up at 12 o'clock in the morning. Not right. So now he was mevatel the mitzvah of Kriya Shema. I don't know, but listen, I was learning so much last night, and I did this and that, yeah, okay, shkoyach. But if you miss Zman Kriya Shema, you're mevatel a mitzvah. So was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth going to sleep at 2, 3, and whatever time the guy went to sleep, and he thought he's doing something great? But it was mevatel a mitzvah. So how great was it? And that's usually the telltale sign to know if what you did was right. Because if what you did was right and you did it lishma, you wouldn't wind up being mevatel another mitzvah. You got it? Mm-hmm. Right? If the person realizes he was mevatel a mitzvah, so he has to wait a second, I have to rethink this. It must have been something wrong with what I was doing, even though I thought what I was doing was right. Got it? You understand that?
Yeah, mitzvah is mitzvah. If it's not good, it's not a mitzvah.
There you go. There you go. The chola pegamim v'atikunim ikorim b'shem zeh kamuvim b'chol hasfarim hakadoshim. Kamuvim b'chol hasfarim hakadoshim. See what Rav Nosson writes? He writes b'chol. What does b'chol mean? In all of them, all the holy books have this same idea. I'm not telling you something here that I came up with. You'll find this in every holy book, any book you open. Nimsa sheikir is karvis laHashem yisbarach b'Torah mitzvahs tefillah hu hayedei Hashem zeh through the shame of Yud Kei Vav Kei aval I efshel she is kayim zeh Hashem eitzel li'olam. But it can't be that this name would be mekayim to the world because of all our pagamim. Kiyem al yedei bechinas ekya shu bechinas onazamen lemeheve shu lahaska b'chol pamei chadash. In other words, if we only had the name Yud Kei Vav Kei, right, and that's the only name we had, if we didn't have ekya, we wouldn't know we have to start again, that we can start again. We would be on a very, very high level, and we wouldn't realize that we can constantly start again. And hence, that's the reason why HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, introduce the Klal Yisrael, ekya asher ekya. You have to always start again, and then you'll come to the Yud Kei Vav Kei. You'll come to that. Ba'al Kain, Acha Shegilu Leisholish Pamim Ekya. After you have the 3 levels of ekya, right? In other words, the first one is I had my tshuva I did with a pniya. Right, I had a little impurity in there, was because I didn't understand Hashem. The second one, I started to understand Hashem a little bit better. The third one, I realized that Hashem was really involved the entire time. I realized that, right? And I get closer to Hashem. Then I'm ready for the Yud Kei Vav Kei. Shu bechinas klal kol ha'etzos v'adrochim v'anesivos l'skariv l'shmei hagodol yisbarach shu ha'yedei she'yikablu al atzman lahaskel lazamin u'la'achin atzman b'chol pamei chodesh. And how do you do that? Starting again, always fresh. Start again new, every time. Then after that, after you do ekya, you do your tshuva ala tshuva, and then tshuva ala tshuva ala tshuva. When you do that, then Hashem says, now you're ready for Yud Kei Vav Kei. Okay?
What? Seeing here, it says, I'm ready to be beginning each time anew.
I'm ready to be. Yes, yeah. Shem Avaya Baruch Hu Shebai Toli Kol Hatikunim V'Amalai Zeh Shemi Li'Olam V'Zeh Zichri L'Dor Dar. Right? Hashem says to Moshe Rabbeinu, Zeh Shemi Li'Olam. This is my name for all eternity. Yud Kei Vav Kei is Hashem's name Li'Olam. for all eternity. Ze zichri lidar dar, in every single generation. This is the same name. Nevada Yiskayim Shemai v'Zichroi L'Yoylam L'Dor V'Dor Me'achas Shekvar Hikdim L'Gales Eitza Shehu Bechinas Shehikdim Arafua Koidem Lamaka. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the refuah, always gives us the refuah. He gives us the antidote, he gives us the medication before the makkah itself, before the ailment. Right? What's the ailment? The person does a sin. But he has the refuah before. I start again. I can do tshuva. That's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu made tshuva was kaidem li'olam. Right? Tshuva was created. Hashem had tshuva before he made anything in the world. And that was making them, that was the refuah kaidem de makkah. Right? You understand? That's why tshuva was the first thing. That was revealed the secret. So we can bring it to the heart of every single Jew. And Moshe Rabbeinu is still doing that today. He's still involved with doing this for us today if we just tap into it. Right? It's Torah's Moshe. We're learning Hashem's Torah, Moshe's Torah. If Moshe Rabbeinu is doing this for us every single day. Doesn't matter how I am, I can always start again. And if I realize I can always start again, I can always get closer to Hashem, no matter what level I'm at. Because Hashem is there. Right? Like we learned, the Maimah Bereshis, Maimah Sosam. Right? Hashem is in everything in the world. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. So now wherever I am, I can start again, tap into Hashem at that place. Sheyiyah b'chol ma sheyavar aleim b'chol ha'golus v'aguf v'nefesh v'parnasa. No matter the person's dealing the golus of his guf. Right? He has problems. He has health problems, different problems. Nefesh, right? He has different problems. Or parnasa, spiritual problems is nefesh, right? Or parnasa, he has parnasa problems, right? A lot of people you talk to, they have parnasa problems. I have no time to learn. I have no time to get close to Hashem. Hey, buddy, if you stopped and you try to get a little closer to Hashem, maybe your parnasa problems will go away. Yeah? Maybe the guy is I'm so involved with my health, I have to go to this doctor, that doctor, this doctor, that doctor. I have no time to go to shul, right? I got to take care of myself. But when don't you realize if you turn to Hashem, perhaps your health your problems will go away. You understand? Start again. Get close to Hashem, no matter what it is. Bechlal Efrat. V'alkein. Ayadei ze yiskavu l'shmei hagadol shu shem avaya baruch hu v'yiskayim etzlam lanetzach. And we could be eternal. We could be victorious. We could be victorious lanetzach. V'bechina zeh shmi li'olam v'zeh zichri l'dar dar. This is my name for all of eternity. For all of eternity. And then therefore HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is for all of eternity. And Ekya is our way, our path to come back. Ano Zamin Lamaheve, I'm prepared to be who I'm supposed to be. Even though the first time I do tshuva, I have the pniyah in there. It doesn't matter. I'll do tshuva, ala tshuva, and then I'll do tshuva on that, and then I'm ready to cut to the Yud-Kei Vav-Kei to Hashem. And how do I do that? Always starting again. All right, let's learn one
Is
quick
there anything
halacha.
that we cannot do tshuva for? Seems to be my whole
You
thing
can do
about
tshuva
that.
on everything. Everything.
21.
That's right. And then you have the tikkun hakloli. Okay, here we go. Okay, 21. Here we go. Okay, we're in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, Siman Yud, and today we're up to Chaf Aleph 21. Here we go. Yaniach es ha-tefillin b'soich ha-kis shel ha-halan. How do you put your tefillin into your little bag? Right? You have your little bag, right? The little tefillin bag, right? How do you put them? Ba'ofen sheyeda l'mocha lohaitzi tchila shel yad. Put them in the bag in a way that you know how you'll put your hand in, and you'll take the shel yad out first. So you don't take out the shel rosh, right? You know which one. You put it in a certain way that you know that this, I put my hand over here to take out that one. So some people put it on the right side, the tefillin shel rosh, they put on the left side in the bag, and the tefillin shel yad, they put on the right side. Right? This is where you know you always go to the right. You pull out your tefillin shel yad, so you always take out the right one. Right? Here we go. Aval lo yaniach shel yad al shel rosh. Here's a problem, right? Don't put the shel yad on top of the shel rosh. And in those little tefillin bags, those little canisters,
yeah.
there's a little problem with that. Those little canisters that they use, that the Chayalim use.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
put.
Those are dafka good because you can put them in the right way.
What do you mean?
You always put the yad on the bottom and the rosh. Oh, I see.
Look what he says here. Kiven the shel roish kedushasai gedola mishel yad. The tefillin shel rosh is greater kedusha. We explained that on the other day, right? The tefillin shel rosh has the shin, which is referring to Hashem's name, right? In the yud, right? So you have more kedusha, 4 parshias, 4 boxes, right? 4 in 1. So that's more kedusha. You're supposed to put. You should never put the yad on top of the rosh.
Those things you have to do it that way.
I understand. No. Okay, so wait, hold on a second. So for a chayal, he has no choice. He has to do that. Perhaps we can say that's okay because he has to take his tefillin. He has to protect his tefillin. Right? He can't put it in a certain bag. He has to protect it and it has to work. But should a regular person use that? I don't know. For this reason.
So it could work.
Right? In other words, that's a b'shas atchak. The chaya. He wants to take his tefillin with him, Baruch Hashem, and he wants to be able to put them on. So now he has to take it in something that they won't get damaged, right? Yeah, that's what he says now. Ela yanicham ze eitzel ze. Put them one next to the other. Don't put them one on top of the other. Put them right.
How can you do that in the canister?
You can't.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
I'm going to make a new canister. If you have a canister that opens on
No, but
both sides,
That would work.
Yeah, they could do that. They can do that. Yeah.
because then
Okay, listen. I don't know. I'm just saying that because I know a lot of kids. They like to get those things, and it's not always the right thing.
right.
Okay, it's not always the right thing based on halacha.
Right.
Okay, again, I'm not saying if a person has to carry that canister, and that's going to mean if I can have tefillin and not have tefillin, so then you take that canister. There's no problem. You don't want to be mevatel the mitzvah. Remember, like we just learned a minute ago, right? You don't want to be mevatel the mitzvah, right? Okay, v'yaneach hakis shel tefillin b'seif kis hatalas. Put your tefillin bag within the tefillin the talis bag, lemata underneath. The tefillin bag should go underneath. V'atalis lemala. The talis should be on top.
Oh boy.
Why is that? Kidei sheyifka b'talis tchila. Because then when I open my bag, I take out my talis and I put on my talis. Because he said if you take out the tefillin bag first, then you have to put on the tefillin and then the talis. But then we don't want to do that. Remember we learned that with talis? Remember we learned that, right? Yeah. If the person takes out his tefillin bag first, then he can't put the tefillin down. He has to put the tefillin on. Right? So that's why he's saying, get a bag that you put your tefillin in. Side by side, right? The right side, I suggest you put the tefillin shel rosh on the right, on the left side, tefillin shel yad on the right side. Take that bag, zip in that bag, put that bag in the talis bag first, put the talis on top. So that way when you get in the morning and you're a little tired, whatever, you take the talis out first and you don't pull out the tefillin bag first.
I think Mordecai just came up with a new,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
very good thing.
That's a good idea, making the screw thing on the bottom. Very good. Okay, everyone have a wonderful day. Besora tovot.